The pitfalls of your imagination. Sorry to be so blunt, but your imagination sucks. If you have years of experience, then I take that back. Otherwise, here's why you should completely disregard your own ideas. We're visual beings. We imagine lots of things in our minds, and of course they look fantastic. When you try to put them on paper or in Photoshop, you'll quickly see your mind will let you down. Grand ideas are born through visualizing or imagining the end result. Yet without a strong bank of knowledge, you can't make those ideas work in Photoshop. Let me give you some visual representations of potentially great ideas in the designer's mind, yet horrible results in the real world. Here, the designer probably said to himself, the client says his company has many branches, so why not make the website look like a tree or some type of puzzle, and each component is tied to all the others? A pretty interesting idea conceptually, yet when we look at what came out of that, well, I think you get my point. Sure, I previously told you a website should tell a story, but it should be easily understood by everybody. It has to make sense and still follow the rules of web design. What we have here is not going to work, no matter how well we try to improve things. I'm not saying the idea is bad. It probably could work if we were to invest a few days into it. But why complicate ourselves? Why waste so much time on a complicated idea when we could be doing something far simpler but with a greater impact? Let's see another example. This is a good idea that went horribly wrong. Can you imagine what the reasoning was behind the designer's actions? I'd say he was thinking something along the lines of, hey, this is a website for kids, so what do kids like? Butterflies, birds, rainbows, sunshine, nature, books. Okay then, let's put them all into the site. We can't cover any of them up with a background, so let's not have any, because who cares about the content, right? That's how I imagine the designer's thought process. You may have sites that look like this too, or you may be thinking this is an extreme example. No matter what, the principle remains. Don't trust your imagination entirely. I recommend you ask yourself this simple question before doing anything. Has it been done before? If the answer is no, then it's a terrible idea. We're not here to reinvent the wheel, nor are we here to revolutionize web design. Don't get me wrong, I love to push the boundaries and be creative. Yet I understand I'm part of a community of hundreds of thousands of designers, and if my idea hasn't shown up anywhere, then, well, maybe it's not so great. That's our first question. Has it been done before, or have you seen it on a website that looks great? So before you go off running with your green, red, blue, black and yellow colour scheme, you might stop for a minute and answer those questions. Before you put 3 or 4 things in the hero area, do the same, and so on. Your best bet is to use inspiration and apply your creativity to those principles. See a layout that works well and fill in the blanks. Again, I'm not advocating we should all recreate what's been done over and over, yet I feel every designer needs to do this for quite some time in order to cement his knowledge about the basics. If you're an experienced designer and you're watching this course to take your skill to another level, you probably already know you shouldn't listen to every single piece of advice in this course. I'm talking about rules that apply in most cases. Exceptions are everywhere, yet I can't tackle each and every one of them because we'd be here for weeks and months on end. I'd like to give you one more example. This is a revision the designer made after he got poor feedback. Can you imagine the thought process? To search something, you have to type it in. Okay, let's use a pen for that. And where are we searching? The entire world. So let's have that in the background so users can understand we're searching the entire world. And let's put kids on the clouds just for the fun of it. Since it's a website for kids, it should feature kids, right? I know this may be funny, but it shows a lack of knowledge and understanding. My best advice for designers who are in that skill area is to learn the basics first, practice a lot, and then think outside the box. And don't think this applies to newbies or straight-up beginners. No, I've seen designers who've been at it for close to 2 years and they still haven't made lots of progress. So don't think too highly of your ideas just yet, humble yourself and ask those questions.